everybody, and welcome to Shift and the wonderful world of productivity. Today, I want to take a deep dive into the Workspaces feature that we offer and show you really how to get the best use out of your setup with these workspaces. So workspaces really are the backbone of your setup, and they're really going to help you save time. You'll be able to locate your workspaces just on the left-hand side here on your sidebar. Workspaces are incredibly flexible and really are meant to be extremely customizable and help with the compartmentalization of all of your workflows. Workspaces together are a collection of your most used apps, your most used websites, bookmarks, emails. It's going to have all the things you need to complete the task at hand as quickly as possible. Workspaces are going to save you heaps of time as you can easily switch between them in between the different emails that you have, different accounts, while all staying logged in at once. It's truly a game changer, and it's really going to make your Shift experience a lot better once you have these set up. So come along and join me as I explain to you all the nice features that Workspace has to offer and how it's really going to help your productivity game. For starters, there are going to be two different types of workspaces. Now, these two are going to be either an email connected workspace, which I have 1, 2, 3 here on my setup. And then we also have some standalone workspaces, which will not have any emails connected. These are really great if you have certain projects that you're working on, certain tasks, or just certain ways you like to organize. This first type of workspace, the email connected workspace, is going to be really nice because you can have multiple emails added in at one time and quickly be able to swap between all without having to log in and out, which is going to save you a ton of time. This is going to be super helpful if you do manage multiple email addresses on your own, or maybe you have access to them. Maybe you have a side hustle, you have a new startup. It's going to be really nice to have all these emails in one spot and be able to manage those notifications and keep track of where your attention needs it. The second type of workspace are going to be the standalone workspaces. These are really great as you don't need additional emails to actually create these workspaces, and it's going to be great for different projects that you may have, or maybe just a different way of organizing your things. So some examples is I have one here for a potential client. Maybe I'm managing some of their different accounts. I have one here for maybe a project that I'm working on, and I want to keep that separate and in its own area to keep it nice and organized. I also have one here if I'm managing some personal life things, and I have one here that has all of different social medias on it if maybe I want only one place to look at that. It's really a great build for anybody. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be a project manager, you could be a student. There truly is just endless possibilities with these workspaces. And the nice thing about it is that they are very temporary if you want them to be. If you have a new project, you can always delete the workspace after you're done and get that out of there and get on to the next. To add a workspace, it is incredibly simple. You're just going to locate this button down here and you'll find add a workspace, and voila. If you do have an email that you want to connect it to, this is where you'd add it in. And if not, we can go without and we can create a workspace with no email. If you do also connect with an email, you will have the option to choose that icon that is already your profile picture in your email. Now you've got your own separate place to add different apps. You can add bookmarks. Maybe I'll add a couple right now. All right, so I've added quite a few apps into the sidebar here. And so a really great perk to adding these apps in here is that you can have multiple of the exact same app on your sidebar logged in at the same time. So this is going to be really helpful. For example, we've got 2 Facebook accounts here. This is going to be helpful if we have one and we need to easily switch to the other without having to log in and out. The nice thing about adding these apps into your sidebar is that you can have a completely different collection within each workspace. So the combination that you have here is not necessarily going to be the combination of apps that you have here. However, if you are somebody who does like consistency across your workspaces and maybe you're going to be using it the same kind of setup in each spot, a really handy tool to save you a lot of time is going to be app shortcuts. This will allow you to put these exact same apps within every single sidebar. So I'm really going to want my Instagram in every single one. So to do this, I'm going to right click and I'm going to press edit app. And I can make sure that we get this Instagram in every single workspace. Now, if we take a look, I've got Instagram here and I will never miss any of my friends' posts. A great feature too with email connected workspaces are going to be these Google services up here. And don't you worry, all my Microsoft email users, we also have the Outlook services as well. So you are not going to miss out on these great tools. So you're going to have your email up here, you're going to have your calendar, your drive. And if you want to edit these, maybe this isn't your cup of tea, we can totally change those. You're going to hit the settings up here, you're going to go to Google Apps, and you can make some much needed edits. I love Docs, so I'm gonna add that one up there. And this same functionality is gonna go for Outlook emails over here. So we've got some Microsoft apps, and yet another way to separate our workflows and keep ourselves organized is gonna be our bookmark bars. These are incredibly handy for bookmarking all of my favorite websites. So you are gonna have one home bar here, and that's gonna be your main one that you have access to. However, within each and every workspace, you can create your own new bookmark bar. And for example, you may be working in a different workspace. So, I'm working in my social media today and I want to have access to some of those tools that I reach for a lot when I'm working. Maybe I need sudden access to it. I can click here and I can go to the home bar right here, open up a new tab, and then we'll go right back to my old bookmark bar that I need for this area. To add bookmarks, it's very straightforward. You're going to find the tab that you like and you need to use. I'll find one here, press the blue star, and then you can name it how you'd like and you can add it to your bookmark bar. Now this is in my home bar. And now if I need access to it, got it right here. Now with workspaces as well, a nice perk is that you are visually going to be able to see those notifications coming at you no matter where you are. And you do have quite a bit of control over this as well. Now, for example, it looks like here I've got 23 notifications going on in this workspace up here. So 21 of those are actually coming from my email itself, which if you do need to quickly check, you can look at the top right here and find that 21. And the other 2 are actually coming from one of my apps down here. So it looks like LinkedIn, I have 2 notifications. So that is going to include to make the total workspace count 23. Now, if you aren't a huge fan of this, you can always right click on that app that's showing them, and you can deselect include in workspace unread count. Now we're going to go back down to 21 here. So that is really nice if at a glance you like to know where your attention is needed. So it looks like I've got a couple emails coming in here, and maybe if I had a notification over here, it would bring the grand total to 4. You can also mute notifications, which is going to be super handy. You're a pretty popular person today. You're going to be getting a lot of emails, and you know what? You just need a break. You can quickly press this to mute notifications for 30 minutes. Or you can press this notification settings, select the time you'd like, select the apps here, and minutes and hours, press mute, and you're good to go. I really hope you enjoyed and learned something new about workspaces today and maybe got some inspiration on how you want to organize your setup in Shift. If you have any questions at all, our support team is always here to help at support@tryshift.com, and we really hope you enjoy Shift. Thank you.